we went down to Grimsby on Friday night and stayed over in a hotel. So we just kind of took it pretty low key on Friday. We went down to the water, did a small walk, nothing crazy. Now say we drove down to the venue, it was about 8-minute drive, and it's right on the waterfront at Nels Park. What I've noticed about some of the other venues is like the registration's over here and then transitions over here and awards are over here, but like it wasn't like that. Kind of a very like condensed spot. Also great race if you're not a good swimmer. I am a good swimmer, so the swim usually helps me gain a little bit of a lead. It was only 500 meters. It's like right off the shore, parallel to the shore. So if you are concerned about not being able to touch, that's not an issue. All you have to do is stand up if you're panicking. So really great swim if you're a beginner and you're not a good swimmer. The only issue I had with the swim was like, found that near the end of my swim, I was trying to get past people that were like doing breaststroke. Even with that 3-minute gap for only a 500-meter swim, it still created the issue of running into people, but that's gonna happen if you're a strong swimmer in a wave that's not the first wave. So anyway, swim, I got out in second place. Really easy transition. Like I said, everything was super condensed, so all you had to do was run up that little hill and into transition, you're good to set up your bike. Got out on the bike, very flat course. You're kind of riding parallel to the highway. So getting out on the bike, it's pretty scarce. Usually get men passing me along in the bike, but it wasn't too chaotic or anything. And I was kind of yo-yoing a little bit with a guy. Lost him near the end and I was kind of like, where's my buddy? Because this headwind is crazy. No draft race, but sometimes that's hard for age groupers because it is so busy. It's kind of hard to avoid drafting in some respect. I got off the bike in third for my age group and they announced it as I was coming in through transition, which I kind of liked because it gave me an idea of like where I was. Sometimes I can tell based on how many bikes I see on the rack, but I wasn't really paying attention to that this time. Got out on the run, so hot. We were in a heat warning, so I think it was about 32 degrees. I felt it so bad. I ended up putting ice in my back for the bike, and then I carried an ice, like a bag of ice for the entire run, putting ice chips in my mouth. I would put it in my back, on my neck. For aid stations, I used every one just to dump water on my head. 2 kilometers never felt so long. I wanted to give up so many times. I was like walking at some portions just to be in shade longer or like walking through aid stations. It was shit. The run was shit. It made me think like I don't want to do this again. It's hard when you're navigating heat like that. I'm not great in the heat. But yeah, got through the finish chute and I kept my third position. So I ended up coming third for my age group. Got another one of these nifty little things and everyone at the podium area was super sweet and kind of celebrating together, and that was really nice. That's Grimsby Triathlon. We got to go to kind of a bit of a beach area waterfront afterwards and just like soak in the water and just kind of take it all in. And it was really nice that I got to do this just with Liv. At other races, there have been more people and friends and family and whatnot. Next race is 2 weeks from now. It's the Wasaga Olympic. I've never done an Olympic because I am so competitive. I try not to be as competitive as I am, but I can't help it. Being reintroduced into competitive sports is like so fun. So I need to readjust my expectations for this race and just like aim to finish rather than place, because I know placing at one of these races for an Olympic, it's my first time, is really like the stretchiest stretch goal you could ever have. So I'm just gonna kind of take it easy for the next couple of weeks. I know that my body's requesting some rest, so I'm trying to lean into that. But yeah, Grimsby Triathlon, sprint try, a success, and looking forward to the next one.